These are my picks and predictions for UFC Fight Night Sandhagen versus Figuredo. Not a bad card. I mean, compared to the last fight night last week, not nearly as good in my opinion. At least name value wise. This card had 2 cancellations, and normally these aren't fights that I would be too stressed about, but they kind of fucked up the card, you know? Like, these are 2 really fun fights that probably would have been very entertaining, probably ended in a finish. So, Junior Tafa and Tokotokos are off the card, and the GOAT, Trevor and Lee Jong is off too. Kind of unfortunate. Doesn't feel like a real Iowa card without the boy Trevor Peak. And yeah, that Tafa fight, you know, usually I'm not too sad when a Tafa fight gets pulled, but it would have been fun. Either way, still not a terrible card, but I do think the main card is kind of weak. And I don't think a lot of these fights are going to be the most fun in the world. But first up, we got Juliana Miller versus Eva Petrovic. 1-1. Beat Lingna, the fucking chat she is. And then lost to Jamie Lynn North. Yeah, Juliana Miller is terrible. I don't know how she was a favorite against Greg Hardy's girlfriend or wife or whatever, but she somehow won the fucking Ultimate Fighter, pretty sure. And she is terrible. She's got okay jiu-jitsu, and that's it. 0 striking, no chin, gets cooked. I'm going Ivana. Fucking second round TKO. Fuck it. Next up, we got a absolute blob fight. Thomas Peterson versus Dontel Mays. I feel like this fight has been made before. This is such a fucking apex, like, sloppy, trash, heavyweight fight. Dontel Mays, kind of tricky on the feet. 0 grappling. He has like one of those branded tattoos on his arm, I'm pretty sure. Thomas Peterson, good, purebred fucking American wrestler, brother. Looks like he like lifts fucking hay barrels in his downtime on the farm. But yeah, actually kind of a good grappler. Pretty decent wrestler, pretty strong guy. So I'm going Peterson by smudge decision. Because Dontel Mays, I do think will have the advantage on the feet, but he's so trash on the ground. Like, I gotta go Peterson here. Next up, Gaston Bolaños versus Li Quang. I like Bolaños. He's actually pretty good. Looks a lot like Taporia, like an older, more like scruffy, kind of scuffed Taporia that's like been through a little bit more in life. But yeah, he's a pretty good grappler. Beat Cordavius Romulus as a pretty big underdog, although I don't think Cordavius was as good as we imagined. He's still pretty good. Great grappling. Decent striking, like, good, well-rounded overall MMA fighter. Not top 15 in my opinion, but not a bad fighter. Li Quang, I was only able to find his fucking LFA fight, and he knocked this guy out with a fucking nice left hook. Like, fucked with the timing, threw a right hand, and then he waited for that left hook. He went, maybe not that long, but instead of going like, it was like, and, yeah, he put his fucking opponent out, rocked his shit, got the finish, looked pretty good on the feet. He's not the biggest bantamweight, but Gaston Bolaños is actually pretty big, so I'm gonna go Gaston.
overpowering him, outstrengthening him, using his grappling, and we'll go second round sub. Next up, pretty good fight. Jillian Robertson versus Marina Rodriguez. Marina's a huge underdog, and I'm thinking about betting her on her low-key. Jillian Robertson has been looking pretty good, but she has 0 stand-up. That being said, her grappling is really fucking good. And that is kind of Marina Rodriguez's one weakness. But on the feet, she's nasty, bro. Like, we haven't seen it as of recent because her competition has been getting a lot better. And maybe she's low-key getting older. I kind of forgot she got lost to Jessica Andrade. That's no good. But yeah, bro. Great Muay Thai. Clean right hand. Kind of over the top. She like loops it. Great elbows, great knees, clinch work. And yeah, like she fucked up Amanda Ribas on the feet. But Verna Jandaroba, I believe, kind of cooked her on the ground. But that being said, I think Verna would destroy Jillian Robertson. Maybe not destroy, but I think she would win for sure. And, Murray is a vet at this point. She's... Oh my god. What the fuck? She's 38. Shit. Alright, now I'm rethinking my pick. I know she was fucking going through menopause, bro. Damn. 38. I thought she was like 33, 34. Fuck. Oh, I don't want to bet on a 38-year-old MMA fighter in the women's strawweight division. But like, Marina's had so long to work on her grappling. She's a vet of the UFC at this point. Her grappling should be good enough to defend Jillian Robertson's takedowns. Because her wrestling isn't that crazy. It's more jiu-jitsu. I think if she does get to the ground, Marina might be fucked. Did Marina fight? What's her name? God, I'm blanking. Mackenzie Dern. Does not look like it. She did. Oh my god. Damn, that's crazy. And she beat her by fucking decision. Damn, I did not remember that. But yeah, like, I guess Mackenzie Dern didn't have the greatest offensive grappling at that point, but nonetheless, she fucking won a decision against Mackenzie Dern. And like, if you're able to do that, I think you have a good chance against Jillian Robertson. So I'm gonna go Marina Rodriguez. Round 3. TKO. Landing a nasty knee to the body. Maybe as Jillian tries to shoot. I'm not ultra confident, but I do think she's the better overall MMA fighter. I am a little bit worried about her just getting taken down and fucked up though. Not gonna lie. But I'll go Marina Rodriguez. What do you say? Round 3. TKO. Next up, Asmat Bekov versus Ryan Loder. This is a tough one to predict too. Ryan Loder, very good American bred grappler. And that's pretty much it. He has like a karate kind of style, but he just uses it to fucking get takedowns. And his wrestling's pretty good. His jiu-jitsu is okay. But he's kind of a one-trick pony. But that being said, he's big and fucking pretty strong. He's got that farmer strength. And Asmat, I don't really know how good this guy is. He fucked up Zachary Reese, which is a good win. Nasty ground and pound, fucking clocked him good. But the only other fight I was able to find was in the LFA,
he went to a split decision with the fucking Dylan Budka, bro. Dylan Budka. And he looked good, but like he didn't look great. And this is the thing I'm struggling with this fight. I think Bekoev, from what I saw, his strength is in the grappling. He's one of those Russian, grapplers. Like, the dude knows how to wrestle. He's strong as shit. He's fucking dense. And it's like, I don't know if I see Ryan Loder dominating this guy on the ground. I think if anything, it'll be kind of back and forth, scramble for scramble on the ground, and on the feet. Osman didn't look like anything crazy special, but he did look a bit sharper and more dangerous than Ryan Loder. I think this fight low-key has decision written all over it. And I kind of want to go Ryan Loder just for the meme, and because I think people are highly overrating Osman, but I really don't see how he wins, because I don't think he'll be able to take him down and fuck him up. And on the feet, like, Ryan Loder doesn't offer much danger or threat, so I am worried for him. I low-key think he's gonna lose, but I'm gonna say fuck it and bet Ryan Loder by split decision. Next up, Giannis Santos versus Misha fucking Tate, bro. Am I allowed to predict that both people will lose? That's low-key how I feel about this fight. I feel like both of them are gonna lose. It's gonna be the first, double loss in the UFC. Misha Tate's only 38. That's kind of crazy. But Giannis Santos, I feel like, is at the tail end of his career. And I feel like I've never seen her actually hurt someone. And who'd she fight last? Chelsea Chandler, alright, whatever. Does not tell you much. Irene Alta. Okay, she beat Kellen Ferreira. That's a good win. I mean, bro, I just can't imagine her imposing any threat or will. Fucking tennis match. Punches. And yeah, I wonder if Thiago Santos will be in her corner. But Misha Tate, it's been a year and a half since she last fought. Let's see. Yeah, 2023 December. That's crazy. And I think at this point in her career, she can't be taking that long of a break. I don't think her head's super in the game. It's hard to have title aspirations at this point, although it is women's bantamweight, to be fair, but I'm gonna go Giannis Santos, even though I think she kind of sucks and can't really hurt people. Misha Tate, she's just too old, bro. It's just not her time anymore. She's from a different era. I feel like she hasn't adapted enough, and I'll go Yana by a boring split decision. 29-28, maybe unanimous actually. 29-28. Next up, onto the main card, Jeremy Stephens versus Mason Jones. I like this fight. I'm glad Jeremy Stephens is back. I'm kind of happy to see him get her back. I hated to see him go. Coming off that loss to Mateus Gamrot, it was kind of sudden, And I feel like they didn't give him a great retirement package either. Even though he's been in the UFC forever, he just kind of retired in the Apex, I'm pretty sure. But got cooked in the PFL and then was doing pretty good in bare knuckle. Coming back, he's probably still on TRT, honestly. But fuck it, his contract is literally one fight, so why not? Mason Jones, pretty good fighter. I saw him fight against Ludwig Klein. And he was a big ass favorite, minus 400, and he kind of got cooked by Ludwig. It was a close fight, and then he pulled guard in the third round, which was the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life. was shifting, and then he literally jumped close guard and just lost the rest of the round on his back. Like, it was one of the worst displays of fight IQ I've ever seen. But I remember, I think Ludwig Klein landed a good punch on Mason Jones. His fucking sweat went flying everywhere. And that was like the one good significant strike that I remember from that whole fucking event. It was Aspinall versus Blades 1. Terrible card, but I remember seeing that shot and being like, damn, how the fuck did he eat that? So yeah, Mason Jones, pretty well rounded, good grappler, good everywhere. I think Jeremy Stephens is way too fucking small for lightweight. I think he's a true featherweight. We'll see how he looks after the DRT. But after getting subbed by fucking Cameron, who is elite, but come on, he got smoked on the ground. He's way too small for lightweight. Grappling isn't great. Hasn't been doing MMA training for a while. You know, this camp is, I think, gonna be his first time doing MMA since his last PFL fight, I suppose. So I'm going Mason Jones first round sub. Pretty self-explanatory pick, but I'll be rooting for Jeremy Stephens. Be cool to see him get a nice KO, put him out cold. Next up, Cameron Smotherman versus, I'm not even gonna try to say his first name, City. City's not bad. Saw him on the Contender Series. Had a good fight with Roman Tavares, but was just a bit behind and then got kind of cooked. Got kind of mogged, honestly, by Davey Grant. Cameron Smotherman came in as a huge underdog against Jake Adley, and then actually looked pretty damn sharp. Kind of reminded me of Marian Santos, probably just the way he looks, but yeah, he was pretty impressive. Good boxing, you know, just sharp, locked in, focused fighter. City, kind of a scrapper, but also kind of not really, in a way. Like, he scraps, but he doesn't take too many risks. I think Smotherman's gonna take it, honestly. I think he's the underdog, but from what I saw, he looked a lot sharper. Like, he just picks his shots well. He has good boxing, you know. Maybe isn't the most active in the world, but like, I don't know. He has good eyes, you know. He's very accurate. You can see his punches, his openings, and yeah, I think City doesn't pose enough of a threat. He doesn't really commit super hard to his punches, I feel like. So I'm gonna go Smotherman by like split decision. Next up, Montel Jackson versus Daniel Marcos. I'm very excited for this fight. It might be kind of trash. Marcos or fucking Jackson, honestly. Might just cage wrestle for a lot of the fight. I could totally see that happening, but on the feet, this is so fun. Montel Jackson fucked up my bet, bro. I bet on Damon Blackshear, and this dude starched him in like 30 seconds. And then now Damon looks better than ever. Had some clean ass distance management and Muay Thai last fight. So yeah, not happy about that. So I'm low key praying on Montel's downfall. But he's a fun fighter. Daniel Marcos, sharp technical fighter, great calf kick. Fucking robbed Davey Grant blind, and I was rooting for Marcos for some reason, and he lost that fight, but came back against Yanez, who I think he almost lost to too, like super close. But the one thing I have noticed in this fight is Montel has a wide ass boxing stance. I wonder if he'll fucking tighten it up for this fight, because Marcos has nasty calf kicks, and I could low-key see that being a problem for Montel here. So I'm gonna go Marcos by decision. You know, Montel does have the reach advantage. He could crack Marcos on the chin, but I think that calf kick's gonna be there all day, and I think he's just gonna win kind of a bitter-batter decision. Next up, Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Daniel Rodriguez. Why do I feel like this fight has already happened like 12 times in the fucking Apex? This is such a like unranked middleweight fight. I'm so surprised these two haven't fought each other before. I think it'll be like a okay fight, like not crazy. But pretty entertaining nonetheless. Yeah, and I don't know who the fuck to pick. D-Rod used to be pretty sharp. I used to be pretty impressed with him, but now he's 38. They're both 38. Fucking. And then Ponzinibbio's like so inconsistent. It's weird. Sometimes he like looks really good, and then sometimes he's getting cooked. He was getting cooked by Alex Morono, and then boom, finishes him in the last like 5 minutes. I think this is the definition of a pick'em. And yeah, I really don't know who my pick. God, this is tough. I think D-Rod used to be better, but I think he's kind of on his way out. And I think the same of Ponzinibbio, honestly. Like, this is such a hard fucking fight to pick. I'm gonna go D-Rod by decision. Maybe split. I feel like he doesn't get it clean that often. Except against Ian Gary, I feel like I've never seen him really get cracked. And I don't think Ponzinibbio is gonna be able to do enough to like win a decision, so I'll go D-Rod by decision. Next up, go main event of the evening. We got Renner to Ritter versus Bo Nickel. I'm going Bo Nickel. I think he's gonna strike this fight. I saw on Instagram he was saying, "Oh, I'm feeling like a real striker now. I might just test myself." Yada yada. I think he's gonna throw 1,200 overhand rights, maybe an overhanded right into an overhand left, into a body overhand right combo. Little 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna engage in the grappling at all, because De Ritter does have very good jiu-jitsu, and he's a pretty big motherfucker for middleweight. Kind of a lengthy, stocky guy. I think Bo's not gonna want to even like entertain the ground game with Renner. I think he'll fake a bunch of single legs and like touch his leg, but not actually shoot. So I think this fight totally plays out on the feet, and on the feet, Renner Trader sucks. Yes, terrible striking, and so does Bo Nickel, kind of, but he's being coached by the GOAT, Barry Robertson, the fucking bane of the rhythm step. He's like a boxing coach. He fucking hates when people do the rhythm step, where you see fighters kind of hop forwards and backwards after an exchange. But yeah, he still kind of sucks on the feet. But I do think he's a bit sharper than De Ritter, and you know, he might be a little bit shorter. Let's see. Yeah, 6'1 versus 6'3. Who knows? Might be able to find that overhand right on his chin. I think Bo's gonna win a really boring decision on the feet. Maybe some cage grappling. I think it's gonna be a lot like his Paul Craig performance. So I'll go Bo Nickel, 29-28, boring ass decision. Next up, Corey Sandhagen. Speaking of boring ass decisions, I'm sorry, I had to do it. I fucking love Corey Sandhagen. He's one of my favorite fighters. Not only like in the octagon, ass dude, bro. Doing mushrooms, fucking chilling in Denver, being all stoic, reading books and shit, fucking making YouTube videos. I love Corey Sandhagen, bro. He's a real thinker. He's a real thoughtful guy. And yeah, he does fucking switch stances too much. Like, I love his striking style, but yeah, he doesn't throw the most dangerous shots, I feel like, anymore. He had a nice tear, bro, in like 2020 when he fucked up Marais and like Edgar, where he was just fucking people up. But recently, I feel like he's become more of like a bitter batter, wrestler, cage grappler kind of guy. That being said, his wrestling is immensely improved after the Aljo fight. Like, this dude locked the fucking for that Umar fight. Takedown defense looked immaculate, and he's got really good scrambly kind of jiu-jitsu. So I'm not really worried about him on the ground, even though Davison is a good grappler and probably stronger. On the feet, dude, I feel like Davison could low-key catch Corey on the chin. I don't think he'll put him out. Corey's kind of got a blockhead. And I don't know that he's ever been knocked out in his career. Definitely can't think of, a time where I saw that happen. But, I think everyone's expecting Sandhagen to just dance on the outside, throw fucking salt and pepper shots, cage wrestle, and like win a decision. And that's probably what's gonna happen. But I think people are really underestimating Figuredo. I thought he looked great against Jan. Jan is elite at this point, and he was somewhat competitive with him. And he was doing a good job pacing himself for 5 rounds. So unless Corey really pushes the pressure on him, I don't see Davison gassing out, and I could see him like catching Corey, and just kind of like wobbling him a little bit. But then, Corey shoots, recovers, gets back to his game plan, and wins a decision. But I do think this line should be a lot closer, because Davison is pretty elite, and he's a powerful motherfucker, bro. Even at bantamweight, the dude cracks. He kind of throws everything into his shots. And yeah, he's technical, like he's sharp. Good performance. Okay performance against Rob Vaughn. Like, the dude's elite. So I think it's insane that he's like plus 300 or whatever. But I do see Corey winning this by decision. But, I think it should be a lot closer to like, I think Corey should be like minus 200. Something like that. But you know how it is whenever there's a known favorite, the line's gonna get blown because more people are betting on MMA now, so these fucking lines get insanely blown. But yeah, I think it'll be an okay card, like a 5 out of 10. I think there'll be a couple good performances, like maybe the Jeremy Stevens fight might be fun. I think the Cameron Smotherman fight could be fun. The Marina Rodriguez one. And like maybe the Gaston Bolaños. But a lot of these fights I am not looking forward to. And I do think this card is kind of light as far as name value especially goes. Like, why is Ponzinibbio versus D-Rod the feature fight? That's like a Apex fucking main card fight. I don't know. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully I get proven wrong and, people scrap. But shout out to UFC for going to Iowa. Fucking finally, they're coming back to normal cities and not just goddamn Miami, in New York, in Vegas, in LA. Like, everyone's tired of that shit, bro. They've had enough fucking UFC events. Get out of the Apex and start going across America. Go to Azerbaijan. I'm glad they're doing that, bro. Go to fucking Georgia. I don't know if they have an arena, but dude, 2 of your champions are in Georgia, or are Georgian. Like, I don't know. It just pisses me off that the UFC is fucking spamming Apex cards and not traveling around like they used to. But that being said, I'm glad to see they are for this card. I think the crowd's gonna be awesome. Pretty apt for that. And like shit, bro, you better be if you're paying fucking $600 for shitty tickets. But yeah, to recap, I got Petrovic by sub, Peterson by decision, Gaston Bolaños by sub, Marina Rodriguez by TKO, Ryan Loder by split decision, Yana Santos by probably split decision too, Mason Jones first round sub, Smotherman decision, Marcos decision, Ponzinibbio, I was going D-Rod decision, Bo Nickel decision, and fucking Corey Sandhagen by decision. So yeah, those are my picks. Thanks for watching. Still looking forward to it. It's still not a bad card. A million times better than the Apex, so I'll take it. Also, the homie Death Sentence is fighting this weekend, and I'm so excited to attend that live. If y'all watch the YouTube video of it, you might be able to see me in the back, or maybe not, who knows. But I'm low-key looking more forward to the Death Sentence fight than I am to this card. But like shit, bro. It's Death Sentence, like I'm looking more forward to that than pretty much any UFC card, honestly. So, yeah, those are my picks and predictions for UFC. Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Figuredo. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Don't let the bedbugs bite.